We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Boxingego unpack. Yeah. We unpack. We unpack. We unpack. Coming to you live. Donaire breaks down Terence Crawford, Errol Spence negotiation, the failed negotiations, what went wrong. That's what I'm going to talk about in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you guys come in and smash the like button. Now, Rachel Donaire, she just did a great interview. It was with YSM Media. Make sure you check it out on YouTube. And she had a lot of Jimmy gems, and I want to make this video kind of breaking down what she said. Now, this is just going to be me, my interpretation, and me paraphrasing it, of course. But she was asked about the fight that a lot of people want to see, and that's Terence Bud Crawford and, hey, stop that cat, Errol Spence Jr. Now, again, I highly encourage you guys to listen to it for yourself and interpret it your way. But basically what Rachel Donaire was saying was that Terence Crawford entered the negotiations and was basically like, I'm here, and expected said things like transparency and this and that and the third without really bringing any backing to the table. She was saying that you're not bringing in any additional support, logistics. You're not bringing in or, fostering this source or putting down your own money like $10 million and saying, hey, we're partners, make this work. We can do this, and it's now a collective. And the funny thing is, the great Ego Stradamus strikes again. This is exactly what I've been telling you all on my channel. So, of course, I agree with it. I've said the same thing. If you listen to the Rachel Donaire interview, it truly mirrors a lot of the sentiments that I said on my channel right here. And it's true, and that's because it's rooted in truth. You can't come to a negotiations, come to the table. Let's say your job. You're at work and they have a potluck. You're bringing nothing to the potluck and expecting to sample and try someone made spaghetti. They got pizza. Somebody made ribs and barbecue, right? There's drinks and ginger ales and plates and 7-layer bean dips and nachos and salsa and all this type of stuff, right? You brought nothing and you're expecting everything. You're like, oh, I want to try this cake. I want to try this. Wompty. And you didn't really bring much to the table. That's kind of the situation. And I feel the issue with Crawford is his pride. Like J. Cole said, pride is the devil. Think you got a hold on me. Pride is the devil. Pride is the devil, right? And Crawford doesn't seem to fully grasp and understand the concept that no matter what you are as a fighter in terms of skills, your mental dexterity, how well you train or how frequently you train, the shape you're in, none of that stuff really matters. It matters for your career, but it doesn't matter at the boardroom, in the green room when you're working on the deals. That's not the stuff that comes up, because at the core of business, and this is what I've always maintained on my channel, at the core of business is about making money. You got to make money for the business to survive and thrive and flourish. If you do not make money, the almighty dollar, I don't care what anyone said, oh, I'm doing this for blah, blah, blah. It's all about the network, and it's all about the almighty dollar, period. I mean, even look at someone like the WBC. They're listed as nonprofit, but you see they have their favorites like Canelo and things like that. So why would a nonprofit be so heavily invested in backing everything that a star like Canelo does? Because they want to stay in Canelo's good graces, because to them it's a business, and whether it's right or wrong, they want to align and malign themselves with a person like Canelo. It's very obvious, right? So you got to make money in business. I've always said that. I've always maintained that. If you think otherwise, then I bet you don't have a business. And if you do think like that and have a business, you won't be in business long. So I concur and I agree with everything that Rachel Donaire is saying. She was spitting. And it's true. You're not putting, Crawford wants everything, but he's not putting any of his money down, right? How does that work? So open up the book so you can see all the financials and expenditures and approve some of these things. Like, okay, we're paying the PBC photographer $10,000 for fight week. And he's like, nah, I don't like that. X that. You know what I mean? Like nitpicky stuff. And the other thing Rachel Donaire said, she said she worked with Richard Schaefer. She worked with Al Heyman before, and she's worked with her husband's career. She said that it's never been hard to work with Al Heyman or make a deal. That was said in this particular interview. And she also stated that lower level things that one can perhaps negotiate by themselves, because it's pretty insignificant, minuscule things like here and there. But for the bigger issues, she said it would behoove you to have a sports lawyer or an entertainment lawyer, preferably somebody who understands the business. So when we get this leak tape from Errol Spence and he's on the phone with whoever and he's like, yeah, Terence Crawford, he don't trust his own attorney, he don't trust his own advisor or whatever, this stuff makes sense. And now you can see why Terence Crawford would go AWOL and make his own decision to fight on BOK Prime, because he doesn't understand kind of the logistics. And that's pretty much what Rachel Donaire was saying. Things like it may seem insulting. And I've used this example before. 50 Cent, he has a book, and I suggest you guys read. Hey, something special, man. You got to do something, baby. Right? So 50 Cent in his book, I think it's called Hustle Harder or whatever, he was saying that a lot of people in business, they handle business wrong because they get offended. He says, me being who I am, 50 Cent, selling all these records, platinum, diamond, whatever, and he still has negotiations where it's almost an insult, the offer he's being offered initially. But he says you can't get mad at those things. And I'm paraphrasing. He said you can't get mad at those things. At the end of the day, it's business. He says it may seem like a spit in the face, but you just take it on the chin and then you try to do business and, create this marriage or partnership. And that's what he said he had to do with stars. He says he took lower. See, 50 Cent gets it. 50 Cent says for his Stars show, he had no history of producing viable, economically sustainable TV shows. So he had to take a gamble on himself, like he always did, and take lower money up front. They weren't paying him that much money per episode, and it was well below his salary. He was saying in this particular book, he says that he could go to Dubai and then do a show for Prince and make pretty much more money in an hour than what he was doing for Stars. But he understood the bigger vision. He got to get his feet wet and things like that. So he says you can't be insulted by things. He said there's times he's been in business meetings and it wasn't going well, and then they keep working, get to a deal, and then when they get to a deal, everybody cheers and celebrates the deal together, and that's that. So it's kind of the same thing for Bud Crawford. And just like Rachel Donaire is saying that Bud Crawford is green in this area in terms of it doesn't matter if you have ring IQ, you have to have business acumen and business IQ, right? So it's not there to offend you. You don't have the numbers, like I've been saying, to supplement or support why you would get said figure. So I can understand people like, oh, no guarantee. Of course it's going to be no guarantee. If people, I did so many videos about this. That's why it's shocking that if you watch the content and the way I illustrate it and break it down, people still act like they, quote, have questions. There's nothing to question. People wrongfully compared Canelo Alvarez and said, oh, but PBC didn't do this to Canelo. Oh, but Canelo hasn't done abysmally on every single pay-per-view, namely the pay-per-views that he's done in the past, like Floyd Mayweather. So when you have a bigger body of work and resume and you're putting a certain amount of people in the seats, like there's not many people, if anybody, that's touching Canelo's live gates all the way. Tank does very good live gates and he's close, but Canelo, he can fight Kovalev and he did a $10 million gate. The numbers have never even come out for Crawford Avanesian, but I would bet money that he did not outsell Canelo versus Kovalev gate in Vegas. It's nearly impossible, especially the market he's in. He's not Errol Spence, where he's from a big state like Texas. I'm from Cali. Yee! California, another big state. You're from Nebraska and Omaha, so your live gate can only be but so much, because you have to go, like, it's the cornfields. You have to go based on that economy. Like, people aren't going to pay, or can't afford to pay necessarily, $250,000 for ringside tickets, or $100,000 or $50,000 for ringside tickets to see you kick David Avenesian's butt. You know what I mean? But you go to Vegas, stars will come out if it's a big fight, if Floyd Mayweather event, etc. So again, Rachel Donaire encapsulating everything I've told you. Crawford, he just doesn't understand the business. Henceforth, why I say bad business bud, because at the heart of it, it's not about getting mad. Bob Arum said that. He said it's not about getting angry and mad. I could show him I'm losing money on every Terence Crawford fight, whether you want to believe it or not. So a lot of what Bob Arum said, he was cooking. You know, Eddie Hearn said, oh, the Avenesian fight's going to sell $10,000. It's another promoter. How many people do you people that watch my channel need for you to say the same thing for you to see that the issue lies with the business acumen and practices of Terence Crawford? Not to mention, he was in deep negotiations and he just pieced out to go a separate direction, which is also not in good faith, in my opinion, right? So Bob Arum says Crawford and Spence could happen if he had representation. Rachel Donaire is saying her piece that I went over in this video. Eddie Hearn is saying the same thing. So the only person that seemingly doesn't get it is who? Terence Crawford. So, I mean, he could keep doing things his way. Enjoy. Let me know how I did. We unpack. Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new, interactive, and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working.